Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. A lot of things point to... That's not a lot of things. We should have dug up... I mean ungovernable. Men who drink beer for breakfast? I completely forgot. Sorry, I had one loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tension. In fact, even the death. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them.
Good. A power move. Yeah, streetwise.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you.
Just a moment.
She's agitated.
And there's...
They're close.
It's fine,
The lady is distressed.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort.
The union office probably has a phone, but the manager was...
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary I was also...
You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be... That's right. Now skip the foreplay. Doing some good will alleviate the hangover.
That's just it. You have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. But they should have returned by now.
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie, Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust... Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both...
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if you're
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his... Oh, you're such a dear. Oh, yes.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize...
That's one...
She's used to playing off...
My apology.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's searching for such species called cryptids.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are, there's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of... And I don't.
Or he'll be... Ooh, tough choice there.
Yes. It's the kind green ape. Half war story. Half... Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounds. Yes, it has indeed. There is. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners.
I'm beginning to wonder if I should.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid. I'm glad you see it that way. Did we have anything more to do here? You know...
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in? Cryobacter Ketlin? Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the bacterial colony Migenou found. Migenou disappeared shortly after. Yes.
It's actually a little hard to see. But do...
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. We can assume that the gnome of Jerome... Oh, yes. None of its victims survived. It was, reportedly, a couple of campers found it when it was already... It still took them.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't...
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature instead all the venom leaked out. What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in it. Okay, I won't spoil you.
It's the Col de Mamadaqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicate plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the when playing back recordings they had made in the foothill, the scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on...
She transforms when speaking about these.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the cold. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mamadaqua they followed individually. It could be. Like nothing, it's such a high-pitched sound that us humans...
Fine, I'll bite. How...
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that is a sad story. A group of youth, they tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound.
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing.
No, dear. They cancel each other.
Great regret washes over her.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere.
Of course. A common thread indeed.
I'm glad you did, dear. That is, they tried to...
This lady really should...
Exactly.
Great regret washes over her.
After that, the corpuscle...
Of course.
I'm glad you... What about what? I'm glad you like them. But I'm not real... Oh, dear. Well, his expression...
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook.
One other thing. He'll likely... We'll be celebrating our 6th by a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he'd just divorced. We hit it up.
She's skipping over.
I hope I've been useful. Oh,
The lieutenant gives you A sideways glove.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
where other phasmids imitate stick, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid.
I knew it. We're gonna...
It's not made.
There's a hint of defensiveness.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds. Of course, most phasmid sightings.
Enthusiasm is what...
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses. Oh, I doubt it. Yes.
That's not special at all. Of course it blends in. Most insects do. You don't...
Oh dear. Morel can explain it.
Over here. Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still... No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal cop, so let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
She says nothing. You're sure Easley mentioned something about a lawyer, Elizabeth someone.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence.
So you were spying on us, and now you...
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Get sober. Do your job. Ask... What are we going to do?
Why did you say that?
The Union isn't going to do. If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. Like I already told you, what you want is of no significance, officer.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Lower intestine, fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Yes, women, men of war. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also stomach truth. Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them. Okay, yes, you're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota. There's a slow, painful... It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
This is where you say your bed.
He's used to giving orders and having...
Detective,
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking.
Oh, this is about...
You're sure taking your time.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy, bud.
Time to go to work.
Easy, boys. These...
You might want to start asking your questions now.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first degree.
No. Eyes here.
The boys,
Yeah. You fuck with the Hardy Boys. You fuck with Titus.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture. Of the actors here, you could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime.
The pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Well,
Don't worry. We are resourceful. We'll find a good topic for us to discuss.
incriminating. Well,
Don't worry. We are
The man ponders his cooking utensil. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. Just one word.
Horse need.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and
Of course, vodka. Now, turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Can I help you?
Got the 20 real.
Then why are you...
Was that? Could it be? The Calder Mama There seems to be. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing. There it is again. Yeah, but Howie, it must be very close. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. Oh no, no. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled then. several footprints in the mud, left. The corpse looked. He seemed to be holding a cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow!
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Eight pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toe. Is it? 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toe. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45. Another standard. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot. Better late than never, detective. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. 8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole.
7 sets of tracks, right? That's all? Interesting.
A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
Interesting. Let's name it the someone operating a workbench with a...
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a driver.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the...
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy boy. The one with his front teeth. Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat. I could still be wrong, but I'm probably 200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the Then, after hoisting him up.
Indeed.
So far, so good. Only one thing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks.
Which one is missing, do you think? I'm going to say it was our old soul. Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now...
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. It's like...
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
some pretty wild... I've heard talk there's a company rep in town. They want to keep that money flowing. Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Cam, you're not my thing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity.
Looking for something odd?
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He
Been admiring the stompers?
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of threads with no immediately
It's Revachol. Custom made. You'll see when the time comes, officer. True patriot.
Technically, you're stomping.
I know you people don't have... Oh man, god damn. Thanks for that.
Scab? A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come. Beats me. Gotta be bloody stupid. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This look, I was just messing with you. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice.
You know, serious business.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union. Before you is a walrus. With great effort, he straightens him. With a mixture of expectation, a typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone. The one good eye of this man feels you are grotesquely magnified by. For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat. At first, nothing happens. His face wet like a general over his maps. He plots.
So, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union. Please, have a seat.
The folding chair looks.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse.
It's nothing. Yes, that's... He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect him. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who... Should you find yourself more amenable...
Don't give up, but don't leave either. You're going to have this conversation on your terms. You just need to remain headstrong. Everard starts whistling a little worker song. The lieutenant stands right next to you.
I see you are an extremely stubborn man, Mr. Dubois.
You did it.
So tell me, How can the head of the... Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain... This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need...
Yes, I know, Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is. Okay. I respect him. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. You're lost...
His slug-like lips. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun.
Oh fuck. It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least... Who does this guy think you are? Ronnie the Rookie? You ain't... You cross your legs and yawn. The fat man does the same. Good. Now lean in.
That we do, Harry. Let them say what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters. Why, thank you. It's always...
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
You strike me as a reasonable man, Harry.
I think we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Somehow you managed to get yourself out of this. Questions will show him who's boss.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. I trust you, like I...
Thank you for your understanding. We will.
You too, Lieutenant.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the format... My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were...
It's just a brown folder. You can't...
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder.
Ah, this?
I find that very...
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you.
Oh, Harry.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has no Darcy.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance.
I find...
I'm afraid this is meant... Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in... Well, you
He's probably just making a guess.
Family? Harry, you're not a family, Harry. But of course, Harry. It's Harry. Harry...
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like any of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
Fine, Harry. You can even... Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't... Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details. Yes, your gun will be found, Harry.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Harry! Our own kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak.
I assure you, we are working on locating them.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels...
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks... Oh, of course. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much... But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night.
Yes, that sounds...
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking...
Come now. I just need you to go open...
Keep it cool, baby boy. You can use this. Groove with this. Play along. Let him throw his weight around. And when he throws it too much, and you've got him off guard.
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry. A loud blabbering weasel. When we just go there, unlock the door and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. Harry, I'm a very busy man.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man. Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Fantastic, man. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent, and just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. I don't know what that means, Harry, but don't even tell me what was going on. Oh, that's very nice. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry. We're all trying to do what's best for Martin.
Whoa. That's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? I'm just a nice guy, Harry. What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry! Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. Yes, yeah.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible.
If she...
It's a fault. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. I have no interest. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind. My dear Harry, there are Harry, you smooth-talking son of...
Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
My dear Harry. Harry, you...
Smooth talking?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age... It did look like you were gonna... Anyway, I assure you, let's hear it, Harry. Of course, Harry, of course. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real...
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11
mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, no trouble at all, mister. No
before the cargo container. Its drawer has not... This is the night.
Yeah, Master.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Because what is this androgynous display of sex?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Stop it! You are... this display...
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard.
That is... you reek of it. An invisible sword of...
It's not good. It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Yes. Alrul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has got servitude to Alrul. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4.
It show him the ham still got it.
begging for help, attempting to pass feet. You dominated lesser cultures. You will be
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
enough with this. Bring your troops to the Seminine. At the walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside,
he does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no... don't be vulgar. White or not has got...
There must be some friction there.
Mr. Clare is a man also. To serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only Of course you are. Levasholian. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your... Stop explaining yourself. Rock and roll. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable. The South Island race. Haplogroup, we are the feud. I am a descendant. The narrow streets, no.
You would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Yes.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one. They're always...
Race is reality. I am not the first line of defense. The hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. Now leave me be. Racist.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visited.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. Correct. Racist.
Welcome.
I am. You exhibit forward projectism. This leads me to conclude you are not. Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this.
Do you?
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the hero. Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals. A receding genetic pool has led them out on reprehensible street. You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Maun are proof that you can have...
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest.
The Vespertines and Messenians, the other large overproduction of, as proven by the Maun and the Mesk, the indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ilmara. The Areopagites are sleek. The latter is perfect.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are to an untrained eye, the pinkness is a racial quality. The Koiko, the countless Revacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chessboard. The revolution came to Ravachol from the revolution is fatal, familial. Enough of type mediocrity. Tips, CF, are amused. Lesser races like the mosquito. Grotesque, the mosquito is born sterile. Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. The Koiko, as you know, are this will never happen.
There is a strange sadness in his tone, a less than heroic melancholy this time.
The heart that pumps the hemoglobin is mysterious.
He does not seem angry, nor does the woman look at
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you need to internalize what you have heard here today. Then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly. There is nothing I cannot. Si on promise.
So, how'd you like our harbor? It's but a rest area on the back. Right. You talk to the boss. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Of course. I got you. You don't... I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Polar weasel? Oh. I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized.
Okay, but where did you get...
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess where this jiving and juggling. What's it for? I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about
who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Los Ardis? They're sort of like you.
Is he actually comparing you? The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coast.
We're negotiating our... Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's... I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief.
By that, you mean?
By heavens, why would he know the old man is corrupt for our benefit? And he is reasonably lavish, sure. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway.
Not you would like to say.
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Even a weak child can think it. The only thing's holding some... I have nothing against communists. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts...
He knows who he is. Firmly grounded. Has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
See, I'm primarily a lazy person. Sure.
The look, it all comes together now. The way he speaks, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed?
The man whispers. A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. The driver has adorned a large metal pendant. The back end of the
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not a new... Likely, yes. This guy's product.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's being reassembled piece by piece. The more you ask yourself, the less you know. One thing is for certain, though. You're brave.
Bastards! We have a hold. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps rights of people. Right? Maybe you should ask. We have famine.
So do we, Scab.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working. Main gate's locked. It'll take heavy ordnance to bust it open. I try to get it. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measure. Why don't you go?
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went.
No! They will give up eventually. Honest men and women with rights to work. We came here to help the harbor run.
I have a question.
Why do you think they follow? Because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the... When a bunch of beats me.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more. He ignores your question, choosing instead to... You've been talking to him for quite a while now.
What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorium. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Looking for something odd?
You see a heavy steel door. The old Kobo, the door does not but.
Yes? Hello, me.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
This was a tremendous...
Looking for something to read. It is. I know you are. What with?
What with? This citizen thinks she can do...
My husband? I don't know.
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but no. Of course he...
She has the husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
What? Who said anything about...
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not
What if something horrible has happened? No, they're at a disco. Getting down. Stupid disco dancing teenagers.
What?
She's getting upset.
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you there is no I don't mean...
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had... Great. Wonderful. I don't...
For what it's worth, I agree.
Nothing.
Maybe you should. What?
Wonderful. The store is open.
Her hands move over the woman. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular... A small mountain of colorful and endless. There's also a large... There's a box that says, Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplement.
Wonderful, proud.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have... Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together?
Friends. For playing with friends, I'd recommend suzerainty. Lousy or... I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they...
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The door is slick with... In fact, you knock silently.
I guess no one is...
You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here. It's...
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for. But apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation, I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Everard we opened the door. No one... Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You too.
The door is right here. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door. The door to the... You tried to... Finally. Well, buddy, you opened it. There's nothing else to do. Only curiosity. This is the flag of Rivishal, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are... It's an optical, atmospheric, and it is but one of the many strange
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's... A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a little ring. Though the images betray a lack of... The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. This person, the lieutenant, picks up one of them.
I'm beginning to feel better about...
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel...
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the wordings, and now they've drawn the ire of the Union.
An interesting little clue. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not
Trying to...
Apparently.
Pig's come to take me out! Trying to snuff me out! Don't get fucking...
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. Barbell, it's 60. There are no collars. Why does it feel so familiar? The barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPI.
No, it's just a memory. The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die. 1 universal die for Wirral Untethered.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone, hewn from an alligator's jaw.
Why did I do that?
Oh, it's you again. Very good. That 1 universal die.
It feels icy.
Oh, it's you again. I'm listening. Good.
These shelves, a couple of spook novels high amidst all
Oh, you're a
crime fiction. These books, what's not a single, you see, a killing is declared. Oh no. Yes, tragedy, come on.
Come on, just again? The fuck it is.
Gosh, why?
A very
yes.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spot. A worn paperback from Dick Mud. Could it be the motifs of unstable? Then this is the book for you. The plaque on the shelf.
I would say the book is perhaps certain.
You feel like you should get this one. The browser suddenly, high-speed love next.
I really.
She understands.
I'm sorry, I did not mean.
This bookstore is not amidst the point of it serves wholeness. When it's up to you, the book feed this. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The book, for example, it is and good for the circulation. It also recommends, among other benefits, it is alleged for general. This is exactly what. There's an entire section devoted.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing. Come, sir. I can't have you end up like.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you.